Hi Stampers, this is Susan Petty Baylor. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Locust Grove, Virginia, and today I wanted to come to you with a quick card featuring the 5 new 2024-2026 Stampin' Up! InColors. I used those InColors to make this card featuring the Heartfelt Hexagon Punch. You can make this card with most any kind of shape, punch, or die cut. You just want them to be able to fit together to cover your card front. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and click the notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. I'm going to turn my camera down to my workspace and we're going to get started. Simply said, and hope your birthday is wonderful. I also used the Heartfelt Hexagon Punch. And some retired black rhinestone jewels. I could have used the Pearlized Essential Effects Basics. There's a black in here. I just didn't think of it at the time. These are the cards that we're going to be making today, and they were inspired by Verna Mullen from Stampin' Notes. She's another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Her original was more like this one, in that it was mounted on black. I chose to do mine mounted on one of the InColors that I used. And the envelopes coordinated with the designer series paper strip on the inside. I used a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 inch basic black. I punched out the, using the Heartfelt Hexagon Punch, I punched out a white shape and then stamped it with birthday wishes. I used black dimensionals on the back, and then I mounted the birthday wishes off to the left and about in the middle. And then I cut out several shapes from this pack of 2024-2026 InColor Designer Series paper. It's a 6x6 size. And it has 4 different patterns. It has this one, so a stripe on the back, leafy on the front, and then this kind of bubbly design with this design. So you get 2 each of this color in this pattern, and then the same color in this pattern, 2 each of all 5 of the InColors. So I punched those out, and then I laid them out on my card front, and I glued them on. Like so. I'm doing this on my silicone craft mat, which is here. Here's my craft mat. I just had it resting on my Pierce mat so I could pick it up a little more easily and bring it over. So after you glue these on, I'm going to take a scissors and flip your card over and use the black cardstock as a guide, just to where to cut. And you're going to trim off. Whoops, looks like, let's trim that a little bit better. You could also use a paper cutter for this, a paper trimmer, I guess I should say. But I don't like to take the chance of getting any glue on my trimmer blade, so I would prefer to use my scissors. Those I can clean easily with some alcohol. So I'm going to mount this card base to a 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 inch of basic black to have just a very slight border, a very slight matte all the way around the edges, just enough to peek out. And then I have my base. This is Pretty in Pink, and it is cut This is Pretty in Pink, and it is cut 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. And then this base, or I'm sorry, the card front will get mounted onto the base. And then for the inside of the card, I'm going to take this piece of 1/2 inch designer series paper. You could use either side. I haven't done a stripe side of the designer series paper for the envelope yet, so we'll have them match. We'll do the stripe side. I'm just going to put a little bit of Tombow down the edge, and see if I can get that on there straight. Okay, that looks straight. Turn it over again. Trim it with your paper snips. Do both sides. And I'm going to mount this to a 5. So this is 5 by 3 3/4, and this piece will be 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. I think I need to trim this a little bit better. Okay. And again, it's just a little bit of black peeking out from behind. It's one of the things I love about liquid adhesive. It gives you a little time to move things around. Okay. So let's put that inside. Let's get a new bottle of glue. Okay, that is the inside of my card. Give that just a little bit of decoration. We have the front. And let's do some embellishments. These are the retired black rhinestone jewels. I'm trying to use up my supplies, so I'm doing this instead of the basic effects. again, take some retired black baker's twine, and let's see, we'll trim this off. We can always trim it off more when we get it on the card if it's too long. I'm going to take a glue dot, roll it between my fingers, and put it on the back of my bow. Okay. And then all that's left is to do the coordinating envelope. I'm going to open my envelope and put it on my silicone craft mat. Put a thin bead all the way around the edge, a little bit in the center. And then I'm going to lay my designer paper. This is a piece of the designer paper cut by about 2 1/4 to 2 3/8. I usually do 2 1/4. And then I just, do the whole piece. So it's 6 by 2 1/4. And then I'm going to trim around the edge of my envelope flap. And I have a coordinating envelope. So let me bring these all back in. We have the returning Pretty in Pink from probably about 15 years ago. Petunia Pop. This is Peach Pie. Another Peach Pie. This one is, what is this one? This one is Summer Sky, and this one is Shy Shamrock. So there you have the 5 new 2024-2026 InColors.